How's my Quad Squad doing? It's the man, the myth, the legend, Quadmft here. Back again with the Quadfather. What's good?
Hey, what is up, Warriors? It's the Quadfather here on Father's Sunday, of course.
Oh, yeah. Father's Sunday. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. A quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. We're less than 700 subs away from 70K.
And I would say work a little harder, because last time I got my like goal out there, and I think we might have reached it, but it took a little longer than we should have.
Oh, wow. Well, do you have a goal at all this week?
Yeah, 102.
Well, oh, wow. Okay, I think we can do it. Do it pretty fast. So 102 like goal, let's hit it. All right. What's the topic for this week, Quadfather? What are we talking?
You know, as you know, I have a podcast called the Quadcast.
The Quadcast.
Yeah. And,
link in the description.
Okay. And, you know, one of the things that, one of the ways that I grow it is by growing my Twitter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Growing any sort of social media is good to grow.
Yeah, and there's a top 100 podcast that actually called me on the air. Okay, so I was dropping your brother off at school, and they called me and accused me of buying Twitter followers.
The actual podcast, or is there somebody called like the top 100 podcasts? It's like a certain list.
No. The number one. They're in the top 100. Michael Mara show called me, and 3 of them started accusing me of. They said it's okay if you buy Twitter followers because who are you? And I have over 60,000 followers, and so I tried to explain it to them, and
do you understand? Do you see how many people I'm following?
Yeah, that was my first response. And
they
said, "Oh, what are you being dodgy?" I said, "No,
I just follow 50,000 people, so I'm gonna have 60,000 followers. That's how it works."
Right, but they have 10,000 followers, and they're quote unquote famous.
Yeah.
So, but they don't understand how Twitter works. I mean, So I explained to them how I go through, Twitter, and I follow podcasts like myself, and then I follow the people who follow the podcasts, and then I give them a couple days, and if they don't follow me, I unfollow them, and I move on.
Yep. Okay.
So I do. It's probably taken me about a year and a half to grow my podcast Twitter feed.
Yeah, to 60K. Is that what you're at right now? How many followers?
Yeah, I think 61 or something. I just followed a bunch today, so you never know how it works out. But it went to show me that, and I kept saying, my son taught me how to do it, but you won't do it.
Yeah,
right. Because the big thing is people want to be famous.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to be famous. I just don't want to it's never been done in the community I'm in. So it's never been. Nobody in Call of Duty has 50K followers and follows 50K. I mean, people have 50K followers and follow 500, but nobody goes around and it does follow for follow. That's just not common, and it kind of looks weird, and I don't want to be like that.
Right. And also you follow based on, you have communication. None of the people that I follow or follow me is not about communication. It's about connection. So I don't want to be quote unquote famous like a White Boy 7th Street or, someone who has a lot of Twitter followers. I just want to be popular.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, because last month I had over 1.2 million impressions on my tweets.
So it's like 1.2 million
people
times
saw
your
my
tweets were seen. Yeah.
So to
that's
me,
really crazy. 1.2 mil. That's what Riley was telling me.
Yeah, and so I just want people to have an opportunity to hear about my podcast, and it's not for everyone. No show is right. No TV show, no movie, no YouTube.
Look at that. 5-man feed.
5-man feed.
5-man straight, not split. 5-man right down on Nuketown.
Yeah, on Nuketown, that's almost impossible. Right? I mean, because everybody's dying in Nuketown.
Everywhere. Yeah. So I just got lucky in 5 of them where I just mowed them down with a scythe.
Yeah. So I felt like I wanted to tell your guys about how I grew it, and you can find tons and tons of people that will follow you back.
Yeah, you can do too.
Right.
To be honest, you didn't pay to learn this information. It's I don't know if it's widely known, but it's known that you can do this. It's just nobody takes the action. Nobody goes after it.
It takes a lot of work too.
I
spend 20 minutes a day following and unfollowing people, but it's a way to free advertise, right? People check me out, and then I interact with them, and I check them out, and it doesn't cost me anything. So it's just a little bit of work, if you stick around. And I've been getting huge numbers just as time's gone on. Yep. I mean, huge compared for me, not huge compared to you. But people some of your friends hit me to that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's my hobby, so it's something that I do is for fun. But it's really interesting that now I get tweets all the time. Man, you have quite the following.
Oh yeah. You always tell me so many different podcasts do. You're like, yo, we've got 100 followers on Twitter. How do you have 60,000? I feel like people who are above the age of 20 are blind. They're blind to see how many people you're following.
Right.
They don't get it.
They don't even look at that one.
No, they see followers. 60K.
Right.
But to me, I instantly look both. I'm looking at both. I see 100K, you're famous.
Right.
100, 100K, 100K, neither.
Right. Yeah,
but I mean, in reality, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all because no matter what, you're still getting out to 100,000 people.
Right.
Whether you're following 100 or following 100,000, it's still out to 100,000 people.
Yeah. The way I look at it, and this is they gave me a hard time on the radio show that I was on when I said this. I said, think about Pepsi. Does Pepsi care how many people they're following versus following them?
Of course not. People like Justin Bieber or like people like that. Justin Bieber follows 300,000 people, things like that.
Right.
But I mean, there's like famous people like Kanye West who follow one and stuff like that. But then like, Coca-Cola or like football teams. I noticed like all the big football teams follow Dr. P. They don't care. Like they just
follow everybody.
Dr. P will tweet them every day and say like, oh, I'm really loving how the Panthers are performing. Can't wait till next week, and then send a picture of the players and like the name of the stadium, and they'll follow them back or retweet them.
Right, because what do they care? They care. It's like a billboard. My Twitter account is like a billboard. A billboard on the side of the road. They don't care how many followers, unfollow. No, they just want to get impressions. They want to get their message in front of other people's eyes, so they have an opportunity to see what they're trying to sell.
Yep, they want it to be seen, and that's all that matters. They just want people to see it.
Yeah, and that's all I care about. Right. So when
the more people that read your tweet or download or click or see a link, a picture, your profile picture, your name, any of that.
Right. Get an opportunity for people to see it, and then they have a chance to actually. And I get a lot of spam. Right. Yeah. I get a lot of people trying to sell me sunglasses. And,
of course. I get like if I'll make a tweet about CS:GO or Call of Duty, I'll get 4 replies over the next 48 hours of people saying, "Come check out my website." That it's because they have a little bot that searches for on Twitter anything that the words Call of Duty or anything Counter-Strike, like anything like that.
Right. Search engine optimization guys.
Guys,
SEO stuff.
It's bots who just reply. I'm not going to name names, but there were certain people who would have like a favorite bot and would favorite any tweet that said Call of Duty.
Really? It automatically does that.
Yep. It costs money, but like people would do that. I've never done it, but I know people that would do it, and it would get them obviously significantly more followers.
Right. And so, but you got to have a purpose. I mean, if I were to go to bed at night thinking, oh man, 60,000 people follow me, how cool am I? It's not. No. To me, it's a racket. And I don't understand why old people like me, my age, they don't understand it. And they also, they'll do Facebook that feeds the Twitter. Which is not helpful at all.
No, and it's like the FB dot whatever link every time, and it's just it looks like spam to me.
But the biggest key for me was making Twitter lists. Once all the people that I care about are in a list.
Yeah, exactly. Like you people are probably one of the biggest not compliments, but things you get about. Oh, you follow 60K people. Your home feed must be insane. Well, I'm sure it's insane if you brought it up and go going off. Yeah. But you have a list of whatever 100, 150 people that you actually care about.
Right. And I care about their tweets.
Yeah, exactly. So you make a list for them, and it's easy and simple. And another thing, are you going to talk about how you tweet so often?
Well, I use TweetDeck, and I tweet. Well, I tweet about every 2 hours.
Yep.
Yep, because the life of a tweet is what? 10 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe?
Unless it's continuing retweets, which is not going to happen.
Right, that doesn't happen much. So, so that's the other thing that I do is I tweet every couple hours, and I set up those tweets. I spend about 40 minutes on Monday morning or Sunday evening, and I set up all the tweets for the week, and then I don't have to bother with it. Then all I do is interact.
But most of the time, I mean, it's hard to do that on Twitter. With yours, it's perfect. But if I did it with like mine, I mean, I could totally do it with mine. But like sometimes I'm streaming at different times. Sometimes something gets announced and I want to talk about it. It's like you have to be in the now, I couldn't like with my type of channel because I do some news and stuff. I couldn't just pre-make all my videos for the next month.
No, and you also have people who follow you who you want to interact with, and you don't want to spam up their feed with Quadmft tweets all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, my people, I don't care about you. No, I do, but it's all about my podcast.
Exactly. So. There we go. Promotion.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys can take some of the Twitter tips and use it throughout all your social media. If you guys are trying to grow, become YouTubers, get big on Twitter, anything like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this Father Sunday. We've got many more to come, and we've done a lot in the past, so you can check out the link to actually there's a playlist on my channel if you guys want to go listen to the ones from a few weeks ago or months ago, years ago, if you want to also subscribe and check out Quadfather's Twitter, link down in the description. Check out his podcast too. It's been your boy Quadmft and the Quadfather,
and I explain it all on number 104 of the Quadcast.
Number
if you want to know
104.
more,
go check it out.
And I will see you on Twitter.